Hey YouTube, it's time for a quick TTC update on the Krish family. So, are we or are we not pregnant this month? There you have it. This month was not our month. But, it's okay because we weren't expecting it to. But I do have to say it was a little bit disappointing. We had just a couple weird things happen. Last week, I think I was 9 days past ovulation, and I started feeling really nauseous. Just randomly, for no reason whatsoever. And I do know that when you're in this process, your mind can play tricks on you, and I'm okay with that, but it was just really awkward because I actually wasn't even thinking about being pregnant. I was just making lunch, and all of a sudden I didn't feel well. And actually during that particular nap time, because I do home daycare, I found myself having to lay down on the couch just because I felt so awful. When Brian had called me when he was on his way home from work, he had asked me, he was like, "Are you feeling okay?" And I said, "No, I'm not really. I don't feel well." And when he got home, he actually took the daycare kids outside for me so that I could go upstairs and lay down. Then on Friday, which I think I was, 10 days past ovulation on that day, we had to go to a company picnic for Brian's job. And the second I stepped out of the car, I was like, I smell crabs. Like, really bad, I smell crabs. We live in Southern Maryland. Crabs are a big thing around here, so yeah, we do steamed crabs a lot. But he was like, "Well, I smell hot dogs." And I'm like, "No, I smell crabs." And sure enough, as we approached closer to where the cookout was, they had crabs. So I thought, okay, well, that's really weird. Well, because I wasn't feeling so well those 2 days and thought, well, maybe there's a chance I could be pregnant, because I actually found out that I was pregnant 10 DPO with my third child after I felt really dizzy in the shower. So I thought, well, let me take a test. Well, unfortunately, even though I said I wasn't going to be, I kind of became a little bit of a peeaholic last month and pretty much peed on everything that could possibly tell me I was pregnant. At one point, I contemplated peeing on Q-tips or popsicle sticks just because it was something to pee on, and then I would color it and make it look positive. Silliness, whatever. Well, I ended up not having any more pregnancy tests to take. Well, one of the most sensitive tests that you can use to find out whether or not that you're pregnant earlier in your pregnancy is by actually using your OPKs. The LH that the OPKs pick up in order to say that you're ovulating is actually almost the same hormone as HCG. It's just like one number off. So it kind of gets confusing. But a pregnancy test will only pick up HCG, where an ovulation test will pick up both LH and HCG. So I decided, let me just take an OPK just to see what's happening. That thing was dark. And I was noticing a progression every day. It was getting darker and darker, but only in the evening, not in the morning. If I was using first morning urine, it wasn't as dark as it was in the evening, so I'm not really sure what that's all about, if it was just a weird surge. A couple people asked me if I was a hyperovulator. Not that I'm aware of. I've never had that problem before, but it didn't make any sense being that close to when Aunt Flo should be coming and ovulating. So it was really weird, and I kind of got my hopes up, but every time I would use a regular pregnancy test, it was constantly negative. But even this weekend, Saturday, I took a 2.5-hour nap in the middle of the day, something I only do when we're camping. On Sunday, we got up in the morning. Brian and I went to the gym because I have been trying to work out because I am I'm not overweight by any means, but I'm heavier than I've ever been, and I was trying to get down to a pretty decent pre-pregnancy weight, so that when I do gain a whole bunch, when and if I ever get pregnant, it makes me a little bit more comfortable. But we got up that morning, we went to the gym, we went to church, we came home from church, and I was done. Completely done. I had to lay down and take a nap. And I slept for almost 3 hours and woke up, and I was still exhausted. And I kept saying to myself, I've got to be pregnant because I don't feel well, I'm nauseous, I'm tired, I'm cranky, I'm irritable, all of the things that make us pregnant women just such glorious women to be around. I just thought it was it. And I took another test and it was negative, and then I got the horrible 3 days before Aunt Flo comes, where she leaves me little presents often throughout the day that we all know as spotting. So I knew at that point that I wasn't pregnant. So we are on to cycle 2. This cycle, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do any differently. I am out of OPKs because I peed on all of them to find out whether or not I was pregnant. So I need to order some more of those, but what I did order was a basal thermometer. I've never used one before, didn't even actually know they existed until I started this whole trying to conceive stuff. So I will be using that this month to see, and I'll post a link to my fertility friend chart below. You can follow me this month to see what I'm seeing. If you see anything that you think is positive, negative, let me know. The only question I have for anybody who happens to see this video, who is maybe on the same journey that I'm on, is the whole doing the deed, baby dancing, how often. I don't know what we should be doing. Just because the vasectomy was reversed, we have not had a semen analysis done, so we do not know if we have a pretty good count. We don't know if we have pretty good motility. For all I know, there's another video that you can see 1 month post reversal, which is a clean catch sample of me looking at it under the microscope, and there's definitely swimmers there, but it looks to me like they're swimming in circles. I don't know. So then that means our motility could be low, which if they're not getting anywhere, they're swimming against the wall, then I'm out of luck anyway. Which it is what it is, but we're already working with a deplenished count, so are we supposed to do it every day, every other day, every third day? I don't know. I did find that last month when I tried scoping, when we were doing the deed often, I was finding very, very, very minimal. I'm talking like 1 or 2 swimmers, which scared me at first, and I thought maybe we had scarring and that was an issue, and that we wasted all this time and money. And I mean, even if we have swimmers, we could still have wasted our time and money. It's really all in God's hands, and I'm okay with that. But I did want to say that we have started buying baby stuff. I haven't talked about this yet because I just started this journey, but I know a lot of my Facebook friends do know that we will be cloth diapering this time. I've never done it before, and at first I thought, ew, I don't shake and dunk. I was very misinformed. So when I started researching into cloth diapers and seeing how really cool they are, I decided, let's give this a try. But I did order, I have 3 currently. This is actually, I ordered the wrong one, but this is the Bum Genius one size. This is an all-in-one diaper, which is not what I wanted, and that just means that my inside flaps don't come out. They are here, which was not what I wanted. I kind of like the 4S version a little bit better. Or not 4S, I'm thinking iPhone. The 4.0 Bum Genius diaper, because it has a flap in the back where you would stuff the diaper instead. But cannot tell you how soft this is. I would so rather have this against my baby's skin than those chemical-ridden disposable diapers. But this diaper is meant to fit 8 to 25, I think. This is actually the smallest setting here. And as the baby grows, you just undo the snaps. And then you go up. As they get a little bit bigger, you can take it from being here to just snapping here. So it's a little bit bigger to just being completely all unsnapped and big enough to fit I actually think it's 35 pounds. We can double check that, and I'll let you know, especially once I start cloth diapering, how it's working for us. But this is the first diaper that I ever bought, and I'm so excited. But I also got 2 more last week. And these are made by Fuzzy Buns, and I actually got them because they are on sale by another YouTube person that I'm subscribed to. And I ordered one of each because obviously we don't know what we're going to have, so I did buy one for a girl. Isn't it cute? And I did get one for a boy. I know. So cute. Little whales. I don't really care what we have, boy or girl. It doesn't make any difference. I actually don't think we're going to find out till the birth, too, but that'll all be decided once I actually get pregnant. One of the other things that I wanted to show you too really quickly in my video that I got, I actually won it on Facebook while Brian and I were in Oklahoma. I had logged into Facebook and I had seen one of the companies that I liked. It's called, I hope I say this right, Puj. It's P-U-J. I'll post a link to their website below as well. Yes, it is PUJ. They make infant bathtubs that actually fit in your sink. Like a small bathroom sink, which is so much easier to bathe those infants than trying to put them in a baby bathtub, all leaning over your bathtub or in the sink, and it hurts your back, and it's a nightmare. I know I've had 3 kids that I didn't have all this really cool stuff for, but this is the Pooge bathtub. Hope you guys can see it. I know I'm working on my iPhone because I'm too busy or too lazy to actually charge my, well, hi Max, my cat's joining the video. But this bathtub, if you look, comes like this. It's completely flat. But then you fold it, and it's a magnet. See that? And it forms the baby bathtub. And this bathtub fits literally in your bathroom sink, with the spigot coming here. And it has a drain hole down here. It's right here is the drain hole that you can use for the water, but once you undo it, it'll all drain out anyway, and then it'll hang flat on your wall behind you or behind your door to dry. This to me is so much more space saving than those big, huge infant baby bathtubs. I'm so excited about this contest though, but we won it because they had asked about being a dedicated parent. So I briefly shared our story and just said that, you know, Brian and I have always been very dedicated to our children, that we had made a huge mistake and had permanent sterilization done. Through the miracle of God and His way of leading us, we found a doctor, flew to Oklahoma for a surgery to have it reversed. And for a man to, 1, undergo a vasectomy, and then 2, to get it reversed, that takes a lot. That's dedication. I believe that that's dedication to parenting, and she did too, because she announced me as a winner, and I wasn't even the top 3 that was picked, but when I posted my story, she said, she tagged me in the little thing that just said, you know, I cannot believe that today of all days, your husband's having his vasectomy reversed, and for you, and yes, that does show dedication to parenting, so I won a free bathtub, so I'm kind of excited about that. If by some chance I don't end up getting pregnant, invite me to your baby showers, because I'm going to have tons of stuff for you. So, but that's it for now. I will update later. Halfway through, I'll go ahead and do the whole basal thermometer thing and let you guys know how that's working for me. And if anybody has any advice at all, please feel free to comment below. I look forward to it. And thanks for joining us on this journey. Bye!